Alright everybody, quick video tonight. I've been drinking a bunch of coffee, listening to the Antword like continuously, and had a super busy week, so this video could be a little bit faster than normal. Yeah, alrighty. I got my creepy gloves on because I'm going to open some of these pens, and I've buffed them and polished them and waxed them, and I don't want to get fingerprints on them. These are Mark 1s that were built for a client who turned out, I guess they don't want them anymore. I'm not sure. But anyways, they're going online for sale, maybe to you. Just my standard MK1 design, all brass. I might have to repolish these. As you can see, they're starting to oxidize. All the metals oxidize so quickly. That's why I keep them in bags, and I degrease them and then I wax them. If anyone wants to know, that's a wax I use on them. Really light coat, just to try to make sure that when they ship to you, they look exactly like they look when they left here. So anyways, these will be going online shortly. This is one I really want to say, or really want to talk about, because it's going out. It's already gone out by the time you've seen this video, but this was a custom project. It's designed around a Pilot G2 refill. It's a turn to advance pen, very similar to the pen I designed up here. Only this one was, fully designed in CAD and taller and stout, all pretty. And I put a lot more work into this one. So I love it. I don't want to get rid of it, but unfortunately that's not the arrangement we have. The arrangement is I make it and then I sell it. So I might make another one of these in the future, make some minor changes. Just to suit my styling a little better, but I love this pen. Fluting 4th axis cutting on the end cap to give you a nice knurl, and then just a plain straight cut for the grip. And I thought it was a little bit big of a pen, but no, it feels awesome in the hand. It's a little bit longer than my pens, but it feels awesome. It's balanced, it's nice and weighty, like, ooh, I love this pen. I don't want to get rid of it, but off she goes. Unfortunately, it doesn't fit in my little printed pen case, so I have a big leather case that'll go with it. So anyways, Ben, I hope you like your pen, because I loved making it, and I'm probably going to make another one for myself, because they're wicked. Onward and upward. As you can see, my workbench is a mess right now, because I haven't cleaned it. I've just been doing a million things. Milling aluminum, milling copper. I'll show you something really cool. I've been working on a micro CNC. That's been sucking up tons of time. It's out in the garage. I'll show you that in like 2 or 3 minutes here. This is another thing, standard tag part, but I finally picked one up. It's a steady rest, so you can have long extended pieces coming out of the jaws here, and you can work way out here and then still support it and not have it wiggle around. I had a big contraption I was making, which I'll shoot a video on. This is like a threading following jig. This goes in the headstock, this clamps here, and then special little rods come ride underneath the head and index into this thing and move the carriage back and forth for cutting custom threading. Something that I was working on actually for that copper pen that I just showed you, to cut my own threads, like flat tapped threads. I've been wanting to do like squared, like Acme threads, and then really coarse pitch for a while, and it was kind of the push I needed to start that project. So it's coming along. It's just not something I'm happy with as a sellable unit yet. I don't like the finish on it quite yet, but I'm getting close. So I'll keep tinkering with that. And that's primarily it. I ground down my indexable tool holder so it would fit for the tags, and now I can do some hard milling. Actually milled some hardened steel the other day by accident. I didn't realize it was hardened, so that's been working good. So let's go look at this micro CNC, because that's way cooler than this. So this is a project I've been working on for a long time. This is like, I don't even know what iteration this is, but I started designing this about 5 or 6 years ago, right when Other Mill became Other Mill. Before that, it was I think an MIT project, and I based my first machine on the rough design of like the first generation Other Mill, and it was made out of wood, and it had 3D printed ABS bearings that rode on 1/2-inch rod, and it worked good. It was just very slow. It ran on a Dremel flex shaft. If you went to one of the maker fairs that I went to way in the beginning, you might have seen it. It's a little white machine. It's gone by the wayside now, and its electronics were moved over to this machine. This one is designed, obviously it's all made out of HDPE. It rides on the same thing, the 1/2-inch rails. I changed from the printed ABS bushings, which weren't very good. These are all Delrin turned bushings. It's got Acme screws instead of just standard like hardware store threaded rod. It's got a brushless spindle that I built myself and turned all the pulleys for it. It's got an ER11 collet. custom wrenches, all kinds of jazz. It's going to have covers on it. That's the last thing I have to machine for it, and it's pretty much ready to go. I'm going to a Maker Faire in October. It will be there. If you want to come and see me, you will see this thing running. I don't know what it'll be doing, but it'll be there. Let's show you the underbelly. I will do a proper video on this. It's not done yet. Not ready for video. I'll go over this quickly because some of the non-nerdy people aren't going to care about it, but it's got like under the electronics is just basically the main driver that drives all the controls for the stepper motors, the stepper drivers. This is a breakout board for the USB. I made this one, etched this one way back in the day. That was when I built the first version. I built this one, Planet USB CNC. Good guys. This is an Arduino that was milled on my other CNC, and it drives the brushless spindle controller, which is this brushless ESC. This is a power supply for the brushless ESC, which is way underpowered, but for testing it's been working all right. The ESC also drives a MOSFET that drives the dimmable lighting, and it's got so many cool features in it, and I have to hook up limit switches and stuff yet, but it's so much better than my first version. It's a super cool CNC, so it's gonna have its own video, but that's just a brief overview. Oh, and check these out. When I bought that ER11 collet, it didn't come with wrenches, and none of my spindle wrenches worked, so I milled these on this CNC over there, and these are just out of 1/4" aluminum, and then I etched in micro mill onto them, and then sandblasted them, and it gives them a super cool, or bead blasted, not sand, it's glass bead, and blasted them, and it gives them this like super sparkly space finish, which is awesome, but it collects dirt like crazy, but it's super cool looking when it's clean. So projects upon projects upon projects, tools to make tools essentially. Oh, and before we leave this, this is why was this built and why were the holes put where they were. This was actually built to hold this contraption. This is what I do a lot of engraving for pen lids and pen ends and whatnot. So this one used to fit my old machine, but this machine was dedicated just for this, so I can do really cool engravings on pen caps at super high accuracy. And that's why this one was built. So hopefully I'll have some cool videos about that in the future. Last little update are these bins I picked up. Awesome. What I use these ones for, or this one for in particular, is this is all my pen stuff. See, these are like pen blanks and everything. I labeled it so I know exactly what's in there. These are tips, so whenever I need a tip blank for an aluminum pen or brass pen or copper pen or whatever, they're there. I got all the bodies cut so that I can chop all these at once when I'm out in the garage. I keep all my little cases in here. I only have like one left, so I gotta print a bunch more. And then I got all the refills in here of all the pen types, so when I buy all the refills in bulk, I just pop them in there and I know, oh, okay, I got, whatever, 10 G-Tech refills, and I have that at all times. Nice and clean and organized. I have another one for shipping, so when I'm finished a pen, I can just grab it. I got shipping labels and tape and bags and all that jazz, so helps immensely keep things organized, and organization is awesome because it's good. Okay, I lied. One more thing. I was actually working on giveaway ideas. I have a bunch of them in my head, but sometimes I just gotta do it to see how much work it takes. So these are bottle openers, keychain bottle openers. They're made from stainless. This is 3/16 stainless. I don't know, like 1/2" or 1/4" bar stock. And I took them, chopped them up on the angle grinder, and then milled a slot, drilled a hole, and then I bead blasted them, and then engraved it with my company name. And they work good. I just can't build them fast enough to give them away. It's not something where they take me time to make, obviously. Anyone who has machined stainless knows it's not like cutting aluminum. It takes a little bit. So even on my mill, it doesn't, like my big manual mill, it doesn't like to chop it up too quickly. So work in progress. Maybe I'll give it to really cool people, or maybe I'll do a big giveaway and give out a bunch of them or something. I got a ton of them made, because I've been just trying to tweak things, and I've had them on my keychain forever, and it works good. Mango's beer bottle caps, but it definitely takes them off, and I don't think you would ever break this ever. So I don't know. I'll do something with it, but thought it was cool. All right, that's the show for this evening or morning or whenever you're watching this. I will have a video up quickly on that micro CNC because it's ready to go. Like, it's a cycle start away from milling its bed flat and then starting to mill some cool things. I already got ideas for it, some neat designs and whatnot. If you're local to Calgary or somewhat local, come down. I'll be there at the Maker Faire. I'll have my machines. I'll have a lathe, that CNC, and a bunch of pens for sale, and probably some trinkets and whatnot to give away, because there's always super cool people down there. I have an amazing time. So please come down if you are local and you can swing it. If you can't, go to any Maker Faire. Like, it's an awesome event. that is it. I'll see you guys later. Bye.